Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Today I'm going to rev up my Masterbuilt smoker and I'm going to make some flank steak jerky. The marinade is very simple to do. It only requires a few basic ingredients. The marinade is so simple. You need 2/3 of a cup of soy sauce, 2/3 of a cup of Worcestershire sauce, 1 tablespoon of honey, 2 teaspoons of pepper, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, and 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I've measured out the wet ingredients. I have all the spices. I'm going to stir them together, whisk them around, and then let the flavors blend while I prepare the meat. You want your flank steak to pretty much be frozen when you go to slice it to make sure that it stays together. So get it so it's mostly frozen, but you want it to still be flat. Then you want to open it out, and you want to slice it with the grain. You want to make it about bacon-sized slices. You want to take your slices and dip them right into your marinade. You can also put your flank steak and your marinade in a Ziploc bag. Squeeze out the air and seal it carefully. And then you can flatten it out, roll it around, and get the marinade all over every bit of your delicious flank steak. Make sure you take out the racks before you turn it on because it's starting to heat up. Put a big sheet of foil down in the front just to help with the cleanup. Then you want to put a pan right in here. If you get an aluminum pan, it slides in there perfectly, catches all the drips, it saves your cleanup. You also want to wrap your drip pan in foil and slide that into the very bottom. I turned on my smoker to 180 degrees, and I don't think I get enough smoke flavor when I use this at less than 200, so I've placed the cold smoker on the side, and I'm going to be adding chips in here at the same time. That way I make sure I get plenty of smoke on my meat. You want your jerky to be dry, so you want to start by draining the extra marinade out of your meat. And now I'm going to lay out the strips. I need to pat them dry a little bit because I want the meat to dry. I don't want it to stay moist. I want it dry to be jerky. So spread it all out in a pan and then pat it with a paper towel. Lay it out in a single layer and then pat it with a paper towel to remove any excess moisture. My favorite way now to dry the jerky is to suspend it from a rack. So I'm going to skewer each piece of jerky on a wooden skewer, and then I'm going to place it on the rack so that each piece drapes down and can dry individually. The meat is all hung, the smoker is up to temperature. It's time to slide the rack into the smoker and let time do its magic. been about 8 hours. The jerky is done. So I brought the rack in the house to cool, and now I'm going to take it off. You pull the skewers off and then slide your jerky off onto a dish and let it continue to air dry. You'll know it's done when it still is meaty and flexible, but it's not oily. This is one of my favorite ways to make jerky. If you'd like to learn more tips and tricks for using your Masterbuilt smoker or more of my favorite recipes, please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel or go to alaskagranny.com.